Okay, upon approach, I'm looking for any visual damage, making sure my inspection sticker is up to date, the buses are leaning from one side or the other, memorizing my license plate, and looking for any leaks under the bus. Now I'm going to open my hood. On this side, my brake fluid is at operating range along with my power steering fluid. My hoses and wires, there's nothing frayed or leaking. My steering box, pivot arm, and drag link are all secure. My shock is secure. My leaf spring and mount are secure. My brake line is secure, no frayed wires and nothing leaking. And we're good on this side. The other side. My coolant and windshield washer fluid are at capacity. My only driven belt by the alternator has no more than 3/4 inch of play. The hoses and wires on this side, there's nothing leaking or no frays. My leaf spring and mounts are secure. My shock is secure. And my brake line is secure. Nothing leaking or hanging. And I forgot. On the other side, I'm looking for my oil dipstick and transmission dipstick. Oil and transmission dipstick. Okay, my hood latch is secure on this side, along with my hood latch is secure on this side. Coming to the back, it's clearly marked diesel and is secure. Looking underneath at my fuel cage, and that is secure, nothing leaking or hanging. Bristol Schools diesel, first student phone number, USDOT, no standees, capacity 71, and bus 23. Now I'm going to make sure my doors open and close freely, and they do. My kick-out windows and seals look good. I have no obstructions in my walkway. My handrails are secure. My triangles are secure. I should have 3 and no sand at the bottom. Garbage can is secure. First aid kit is secure. Has 5 boxes of Band-Aids. My bloodborne pathogens kit is secure. And I should have 1 unopened bag and a pair of gloves. Fire extinguisher is secure and in the green. I shake it once a month to loosen the powder. My overhead head bumper is secure. My door latch is over and secure. Now I'm going to check all my miscellaneous items. My camera, my theft mate, my mirror, my fan, my visor, sonar, speaker, and radio are all secure. I'm going to check my paperwork. Looking in my DVIR book, I'm going to go back 3 days and look to see if there are any defects. If there were, that the garage signed them off. I don't see any. You can leave it. My registration is up to date, matches the front plate. My insurance card is up to date and matches the front plate, and I have an accident report kit. So now I'm going to get in my seat. I'm going to put my seatbelt on. Make sure that it clips and locks in place and retracts. And it does. I'm going to close my service door. I'm going to make sure my mirrors are all adjusted to me, along with my overhead. And they are. So now I'm going to do my first brake test. I am going to put my foot on the brake and listen for my backup motor. I hear my backup motor working. Now I'm going to cover the brake, put my bus into drive, put my key into the run position. I'm waiting for all my lights and gauges to recalibrate. My ABS light and wait to start light have come on and gone off. I'm going to try and start my bus, and my bus should not start. And it doesn't. I'm going to put my bus up into neutral and try and start my bus, and my bus should start. So my neutral safety switch is working. Now for my other brake test, I'm going to pump my brakes 3 times and hold for 5 seconds, making sure the pedal does not go down to the floor and my ABS light and brake pressure light do not come on. So 1, 2, 3, 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000. My pedal did not go down to the floor and my lights did not come on. The only thing on is my parking brake light. Now I'm going to put my bus down into low gear. I'm going to rev my engine to 1000 RPMs, making sure the bus does not move, which means my parking brake is secure. So I'm at 1000 and the bus did not move at all. So my parking brake is working. So now I'm going to unsecure my bus. I am going to scan my zones. I'm going to roll forward 6 to 8 feet. I'm going to firmly apply the brakes, making sure there's no delay in braking and the bus doesn't lean from one side or the other. So scanning my zones now, rolling, firmly apply the brakes. Okay, there was no delay in braking and the bus didn't lean from one side or the other. Okay, now I'm going to place my parking brake on and I'm going to do my transmission test. I'm going to make sure it locks in each gear and I do not hear any unusual sounds. So low gear, second gear, third gear, drive, and neutral. At this point, I'm going to open my window, turn on my lights, turn on my hazards, and now I'm going to put the bus into reverse. I'm going to listen for the backup beeper and I'm going to honk my horn. I hear the backup beeper and my horn is working. So I'm putting it into neutral. All my brake tests are done. So now I'm going to start on my side panel and work my way over. My driver dome light is on and working. My passenger dome lights are on and working. I'm going to turn on my master switch, activate my ambers. I see my ambers and my hazards working in Elmo. I also see them both working in the crossover mirrors. My heater pump light is on. My mirror heat light is on. My fan, high, low, off. Step heater, high, low, off. Aft heater, high, low, off. And forward heater, high, low, off. Turning on my radio. I'm going to check my wipers, making sure the fluid is working, and they're working. And it is. With my gauges, my oil should be between 25 and 60. My water temperature should be about 170 when the bus is warm. My battery voltage should be between 12 and 14. It's at 14.1. My DEF should be at 2 bars or more. Right now it's at 3. And I should have a half a tank or more of fuel, and it's a little over a half a tank. My defrosters, high, medium, low, off. They're working. My amps are at 0, plus or minus is okay. Now I'm going to unbuckle. I'm going to check my kickout windows, making sure they're secure and there's no glazing on my windshield. So now, facing the back of the bus, I'm going to make sure my rivets and panels are secure. I'm going to check my window stops from front to back on both sides, making sure that they are all in place. Making sure I have no obstructions in my walkway. I'm going to touch the top of the seats, making sure they are secure. There's no rips, tears, or graffiti. And I'm also going to check all my emergency windows and hatches, making sure they are clearly labeled with instructions. They open at arm's length, and you hear a buzzer. I'm going to do this now. Emergency window and instructions. And it opens opens at arm's length. Okay, my camera is secure. Emergency door is clearly marked with instructions. My head bumper is secure. My kick-out windows are secure. My child checkmate is secure. Now I'm going to open the back door. I'm going to check to make sure my amber lights and my hazard lights are working. The top part of the seal is in good condition. And you will hear a buzzer sound. Everything back there is working. So now I'm going to check my window stops from back to front, making sure they're all in place. I'm going to check the lower parts of the seats, making sure they are secure, and there's no rips or tears in the backs of the seats or graffiti. Okay? So now I'm going to sit in my seat. I'm going to turn off my hazard lights. I am going to make sure I have no more than 2 inches of wheel play, and I do not. I'm going to turn my left turn signal. I see it working on the dash and in Elmo. I'm going to turn my wheel all the way to the left. I'm going to let go and make sure the turn signal does not cancel, and it does not. I'm going to open my door. I see that my crossing arm has come out, my SOS lights are working, and my stop sign has come out. Now I'm going to turn my bus off. I'm going to put it in ACC, and I'm going to go deactivate my child checkmate.
Child checkmate is now deactivated.
Okay, on the way down, I'm making sure my stairwell light is lit up. And if I haven't already, my head bumper is secure. Okay, my maintenance handle, hood latch, and maintenance step are secure and in the up position. DEF is clearly marked, and the cap is secure. Double checking my door. My tires are 432s. They cannot be recapped. There's no rips, tears, or bubbles in my tire. No cracks, dents, or welts in my rim. All my lug nuts are secure. No rust. The hub has a little bit of moisture and it's okay. And my valve stem is straight and capped. If I had a tire pressure gauge, I would check the pressure with that. My bracket, West Coast, and convex mirror are secure. My running light is on and working. Mud flap is secure. Bracket and crossover mirror is secure. My crossing arm is fully extended. Starting at the top, my clip lights are on and working. My 2 red SOS lights are on and working. School bus is clearly marked. No visual damage in the front of the bus. My running light is on. Both my low beams are on and working, and my left turn signal is on and working. My bumper and license plate are secure to the bus, and there's no new leaks under the bus. Bracket and crossover mirror are secure. At this point, I'm going to kick my drag link, and that is secure. My left turn signal is on and working. My tires are 432s. They cannot be recapped. If I had a tire pressure gauge, I would check it with that. There's no rips, tears, or bubbles in my tire. No cracks, dents, or welts in my rim. My lug nuts are secure, no rust. And my valve stem is straight and capped. Kicking my mud flap. Maintenance handle, hood latch, and maintenance step are all secure in the up position. Bracket, West Coast, and convex mirror are secure. Starting at the top, my 3 Flip lights are on and working. My antenna is straight. Both of my emergency windows are clearly marked with yellow reflective tape. No new visual damage on this side of the bus. Bus 23. Battery is clearly marked. Opening it. It is secure. There's no corrosion on the battery terminals. And I have 2 pins that are in place. Closing. Double checking my door. Stop sign. Clearly marked on both sides. The lights are working. It's secure to the bus and I have no frayed wires. My left turn signal is secure and working. First student, USDOT number. First student, his phone number. And both of my reflectors, orange and red, are clean and not damaged. Underneath the bus, we have our exhaust, which is the silver. Our drive shaft, which is the black with the 3 U-rings around them. They are secure. Opposite side tire, there's nothing leaking or hanging. My rear axle, nothing leaking or hanging. And there's no obstructions in between these 2 tires and they're not touching. And both sets of tires have the same tread depth. My back tires. Behind them, my leaf springs and mounts are secure. I have no obstructions in the tire. Tires are 232s and they can be recapped. There's no rips, tears, or bubbles in my tire. No cracks, dents, or welts in my rim. My inner and outer lug nuts are secure with no rust. Both of my valve stems are straight and capped. If I had a tire pressure gauge, I would check it with that. Underneath my bus, again, the opposite side's higher from this side. There's nothing leaking or hanging. Both of my rear shocks are in good condition. Secure to the bus. My rear axle, there's nothing leaking or hanging. There's no obstructions in between these 2 tires and they're not touching. And my exhaust on this side is secure to the bus. No rust. Starting at the top, my 3 red flip lights are on and working. My 2 red SOS lights are on and working. School bus is clearly marked. No new visual damage on this side of the bus. My kick-out windows are secure. Left turn signal is secure. Right now, these are my running lights. They're on and working. They're also my brake lights. My brake lights and reverse lights, I would check with a buddy or reflective surface. At this point, I would ask the inspector to be my buddy while I go in and step on the brakes. My marker lights are on and working. License plate is secure. Matches the front plate. My red reflectors are clean and not damaged. Bumper and exhaust are secure. My emergency door is clearly marked with yellow reflective tape. First student, no new visual damage on this side of the bus. Now I'm going to open the door with my weakest hand to simulate a child. I'm going to make sure the pin lock's in place. I'm going to make sure the seal around the door is in good condition, no cuts or frays. I'm also looking underneath my seats where my heaters are to make sure there's no obstructions that could cause a fire. And I'm going to do this now. You'll hear a buzzer. And it is good. Okay. This side of the bus, my flip lights are on and working. I have 1 red, 2 orange. Both emergency windows are clearly marked with yellow reflective tape. No new visual damage on this side of the bus. My red and orange reflector are clean and not damaged. Okay, opposite side tire. There's nothing leaking or hanging. Axle, nothing leaking or hanging. No obstructions in between these 2 tires. And my axle or my exhaust is secure to the bus. Can one of you guys go in and cancel the master switch, please? Behind the tires, my leaf springs and mounts are in good condition. No obstructions in my tires. My tires are 232s and they can be recapped. If I had a tire pressure gauge, I would check it with that. There's no rips, tears, or bubbles in my tire. No cracks, dents, or welts in my rim. My inner and outer lug nuts are all secure with no rust. And both my valve stems are straight and capped. Okay, the exhaust and drive shaft from this side look good. There's nothing leaking or hanging under my bus, and no obstructions in between these two tires. Now I am going to go inside the bus. I'm going to start the bus. I'm going to turn off my left turn signal, turn my right turn signal on, making sure it works in Elmo and on the dash. I'm going to turn my wheel all the way to the right, making sure it doesn't cancel, turn on my high beams, cancel my master switch, and go deactivate my child check brake.
Trying to get it out, but she needs to. No, go ahead, I'm trying to get it out. Alright.
Where are they? I'm going to back up.
So you got the radio on? Shall I say all better than I
am? Alright. Right turn signal on, turning my wheel all the way to the right, letting go. My turn signal is still on the dash along with Elmo. My high beams are on along with my high beam light indicator, canceling my master switch. And now I'm going to go deactivate my child check brake.
Child check brake is now deactivated.
My left turn signal has canceled, is now a running light. My high beams are both working. My crossing arm came in and is secured to the bus, and my right turn signal is on and working. All my lights have canceled. My right turn signal is on and working. Right turn signal is on and working. And my right turn signal is on and working. We good.